Hello students, welcome back to Studi.Live. Today in the chapter Breathing and Exchange of Gases, we'll be learning about the mechanism of expiration. Well, you must be aware of what is expiration, students. Expiration is exactly opposite of inspiration. So, when I am saying expiration, what it is? Removal of the foul gas or foul air from the lungs is called as expiration. So, what is exactly happening over here? Here the foul air is given out. Right, student? Foul air is given out. And this happens when we have already learnt about the different pressures. What are the two pressures, students? The atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure. And also one more pressure, students. The pulmonary pressure. I hope you understood when I say pulmonary pressure, it is with regards to lungs. Whenever you are learning or hearing or whenever you observe this term pulmonary, it is always related with lungs. So, pulmonary pressure. So, when there is pulmonary pressure higher than the atmospheric pressure, when there is pulmonary pressure is written as PP and atmospheric pressure is written as AP. So, when there is higher PP and less AP, what happens? The expiration happens. As simple as that. Okay, student? First of all, you need to understand exactly what we are learning about. Now, let us understand what are the steps involved in expiration. So, expiration includes here in the diagram, the intersection of the lungs that I have tried to draw over here, where we are understanding the process or mechanism of expiration. Okay, student, as you can see, what is this? This is the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm. What is this, students? You must be aware that the lung is being protected from all the four sides. That is from the sternum, frontally from the sternum, and from sideway it is rib cage, and from the dorsal view that is vertebral column. So what is this? It is vertebral column. Okay, student. And what is this? This is the lungs, diaphragm, and what is this? These are the ribs, the intersection of the same. Okay, now what are these arrows trying to show us? The first thing over here, the diaphragm, what I have mentioned with the arrow upward, the diaphragm is relaxed. So, relaxing mode. When I say contraction, that means it is changing the place, which happens in the inspiration. But when I say relaxing, that means it is not occupying more space, but it is going to its original position. So, the first step, which includes the expiration, is relaxation of diaphragm. Relaxation of diaphragm. Okay, student, when there is a relaxation of diaphragm, that means this is going to move to a normal position. Then what will happen? The volume will decrease in the thoracic cavity. Whereas in the inspiration, the volume increases and the muscle contracted. As I just mentioned, if you know about inspiration, you will be able to write by yourself what is an expiration. So what happens next? The volume of thoracic cavity decreases. Okay, student, when there is decrease in the thoracic cavity, what will happen? These, let's talk about the sternum and ribs. Relaxation of sternum, the frontal bone, as well as the ribs. Okay, student. So what happens? There is relaxation in the sternum as well as in the ribs. When they are being in the relaxed position, they are not occupying the much space, but they are taking its original position. Are you understanding, students? Well, then what will happen ultimately, student? There will be decrease in the pulmonary volume. Decrease in pulmonary volume. Along with decrease in the pulmonary volume, there will be also decrease in the thoracic volume. Thoracic volume. Now student, you tell me, when you are breathing in, what you are taking extra oxygen from the surrounding, right? Which is gonna filter and all that stuff which is gonna happen in the exchange of the gases, diffusion of the gases in the alveoli. But once the diffusion is took place, what will happen? The foul air has to come out. But here the volume is keep on decreasing. Am I right? The volume is keep on decreasing. Then what will happen? Where will this extra air go? It will not be having any space to be there. So what will happen? It will rush towards the outside. So thoracic volume also decreases with the arrow downward. I have tried to show over here, and which leads to increase in this pressures what I was talking about, increase in pulmonary pressure. And when there will be increase in the pulmonary pressure, what will happen? The air which is not able to get the place over here, hence the decrease in the volume in the thoracic cavity is observed, the air will move outward. And what will be this air chemically? It will be more of carbon dioxide which is being given out. So, exhaled of carbon dioxide. This is the last step which took place, and then after this step, what will happen? The expiration process will complete. So that's how we can see the mechanism of expiration along with the different steps, and how with the diagrammatic representation we will get to understand in a better way. And student, altogether the alternate, there are some pointers which I would like to highlight. Alternate expiration and inspiration is called respiratory cycle. What it is? Respiratory cycle. And one more point here, student. The instrument which is used to measure the rate of expiration and inspiration is called as spirometer. Spirometer. So what is this instrument? As we all know, to measure the temperature of the body, we use thermometer. Likewise, all the instruments which are being made, it is used for the some or the other stuff. The spirometer is the one which is used to measure the rate of expiration and inspiration. Along with this, student, the third point which I would like to highlight is the rate of heartbeat. The rate of heartbeat. The rate of heartbeat in case of inspiration, it is high, and in case of expiration, it is low. So that's how the rate of heartbeat also varies according to the different steps, that is inspiration and expiration. So students, that's all about this concept. I hope you've got the clarity. To get more clarities in your concept, stay tuned with Studi.Live. Thank you.